Okay, Arturo, I've got you up here. Thanks so much for kicking things off this week. That's not always the easiest thing to do, but so good job there. I want to take a look at your work. I've got your PSD loaded up here, and a couple of things. I just want to bring something up here to bring up some notes that I can refer to while I'm going over your work. There's what I need right there. Okay, here's what we have in terms of the project, the assignment requirements, and what you have on it. I should say the project requirements. So what we're saying this week is that you have, well, first of all, in your writing, you're saying that, let's go down to your writing. You are saying that you did some adjustments to my character, but one of the tasks was to use the clone stamp and healing brush to fix our photos. But you say, so I did some adjustments to my character, but you got to tell us about those adjustments. I mean, think if you're giving this to your boss in a studio situation and you say, oh, hey, so I did some adjustments on this. He's going to say, well, dude, you got to tell me what adjustments you did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, write it down and tell me exactly what you did. So that's what I'm going to need you to do. Tell me what adjustments you did. And then you have this healing brush, fix our photos used. I'm actually not sure where to use them on my character. If I get some feedback, sure, I can give you some feedback. Take a look at this. It's not only asking you to use those tools, but you have basic image correction. You have how to use your histogram, image editing and retouching tools, additional editing and retouching tools, painting and brushes and tips for painting. And then along with your basic photo corrections, you can go through every one of these images in your composition and correct them so that we can see detail. Right now, if you look at your file, if I just step back from my monitor just a matter of 3 feet, there's no detail. Everything turns black, and that's because you've not adjusted any of the images. You've not brought any of the light into the images in order to show the detail. Okay, and that's what we're talking about, adjustments. So when you say you've made some adjustments, you got to really let me know. Based on your Photoshop document here, I'm going to pull up your layers panel because layers panels tell all. So let's take a look here. All right, now we've got some pretty serious problems with your file. The main thing that's going to hurt you pretty badly is that you don't have any masking going on whatsoever. Remember in Photoshop, we take our background and we take our image, okay? And then we put another image in that image, and then we take the background within that so that it looks like that the second image is part of the first image. We don't have the first image, take the second image and cut it out, then put the cutout part in the first image. That's not how Photoshop works. And that's what you've done here, and we can see so by just turning off some of your layers. Okay, there's no mask. Well, there's a mask, but it's not doing anything. See what I'm saying? It's just, so here's the head. There's nothing there. I mean, there's no mask, there's no background. So you've got to get those complete images in here and then mask out the background within this file. If you can't, you've got to show that in the final. Otherwise, it's you're missing one of the foundational underpinnings in all of Photoshop, and that is non-destructive editing via layer masking. The assignment is also asking you here to use at least 2 adjustment layers clipped to the appropriate layers. Now, what does that mean? That means you need to create 2 adjustment layers. Like, for example, you could take this layer right here, and you could clip a levels adjustment layer to bring out a nicer tone to that particular part of the image. Or the head, you could clip a adjustment layer, a levels adjustment layer to the head to bring light back into the head. So we could start looking more like a creature and less like a blob, kind of, okay? The background's not working. It's just a simple gradient. Remember how much we talked about, find a background that's going to add some meaning and some give this thing some life. Okay, look at your creature, and then I seriously want you to take a look at yours and compare it to some of the examples that I posted back in week 2, or yeah, and see if it stacks up. Those were final projects from a couple of sessions ago. So that's your direct competition. So I know how it stacks up, but I want you to take a look, and I want you to ascertain how your work works with the work of your peers. Okay, and that'll tell you a lot. It really will. But for the minimum here, I need to see those layer masks and adjustment layers. All right, thanks.